Right now, Ryan and I are probably doing what out of any type of style of fishing, I probably enjoy the most. And what it is topwater fishing, but topwater fishing with for smallmouth bass. You know, we live up in the North Country and we have tremendous populations of smallmouths in our lakes. And we're gonna look at a style of lure that can be really sort of almost, it's a forgotten lure, and it's called the prop bait. And right now we're in really prime time conditions for propping smallmouth bass. Look at that, beautiful fish. You know, right now we're fishing with a new bait. This is called the X-Rep prop. And it's got some unique characteristics to it. It's got a long cast weight transfer system in it for casting, counter-rotating blades, and a really beautiful finish. Not to mention, really, really good black nickel hooks. Oh, there he is. You see him? You see him? He came up, and I like the way he came in and wolfed it. He came in horizontally. You know, one thing you look at, boy, he's got a buddy with him, Ryan.
All right, I'm out there.
He's got a buddy with him. Give me your buddy. Grab this little nipper. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. You know, one thing about fishing topwater baits like this is tweaking your retrieve and fine-tuning it based on what the fish are willing to bite on, and that sort of depends on the attitude of the fish. Right now it's relatively early in the morning. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it still seems like the fish are pretty tentative, where we have to let the bait sit there for a period of time to get the fish to hit the bait. A lot of times when they're super active, I mean, you'll hit you can fish the bait, with real fast ripping retrieve, and the fish will hit it. And sometimes, a lot of times, what you have to do with this bait is let it sit for a long period of time. Sometimes we just cast it out and don't even move the bait. Well, when I pitch this bait out, it's got a long cast mechanism. I can make a real long cast, but when the bait is out on the end of the cast, a lot of times what I'm gonna do is use an upward swing like this, and it rips and the bait goes subsurface, then comes back up. Rip, then comes back up. But as the bait gets closer to the boat, a lot of times what I'm gonna do, I get about halfway back, a lot of times I'll drop my rod tip close to the water to maintain that even sort of cadence, that rip, subsurface, rip, then pause, rip and pause. Largemouth bass fishermen actually fish this bait with a completely different retrieve. What you do is pitch it out and reel it in real slow. Just a straight retrieve, real slow, with those blades going pop, 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 pop. There you go. Oh, get him.
Got him. Got him.
There you go.
That fish came up and he missed the bait, and I literally just stopped the bait in its tracks, and he came back and whacked it. Nice little nipper.
There you go.
Yeah, as James was saying, these fish do have a tendency to get really tuned in when they got multiple feeding options. Now, here right now we got this bug hatch going on. But what that does is it brings minnows up toward the surface, and a smallmouth bass, when given the option of eating a small fly or a big minnow, is going to choose a big minnow if you just look at the energy that they expend and the energy they take in. Now, if you have confidence fishing baits like husky jerks, X-Wraps, surface baits like an original floater, that's what you're fishing with a prop bait like this. It's simply a minnow bait fished on the surface. And there's nothing more appealing to fish that are hunting than a dying minnow.